Hi everyone, I'm Belinda, and I wanted to quickly show you what my cultural audit service could look like using a fictional example. Quick intro, I'm a cultural consultant and marketing translator working with English and German, and I help DTC brands expand to the German market by focusing on culture and content. Today I'll give you a quick look at what the cultural audit could look like in action. Let's say Excuse me. Let's say we're working with Gary. Gary's 42. He's a marketing manager at a mid-sized UK chocolate company, and he's been tasked with expanding to the German market, so launching their chocolate products in Germany. Now, the issue is he has tight deadlines, a limited budget, and a large product range to consider. So he needs to make smart and culturally relevant decisions quickly here. This is how I would help Gary in this situation. First, we would have a coffee chat to kind of determine his campaign goals and find out more about the target audience he's aiming these products at. And then we would have a look at what makes sense in terms of product for the German market. So something that's quite obvious to me is that Germans, compared to the US or the UK, are not big fans of really sweet chocolate, which is why for the German taste buds, it would make a lot of sense to consider a reduced sugar option or launch with a dark chocolate range to begin with. Then from the content, on the content side, we would start with the company's website. Now, we don't have the budget or the time to translate all of the UK website into German all at once. So we would have a look at website analytics to see what we can find out about the website visitors. Can we see if there's anything relevant about their age, their location, anything else that would help us inform our next step? But as a general rule of thumb, I always recommend starting with the homepage, the about page, and the top 3 best-selling product pages. So we would do the same with email campaigns and Amazon listings. We would have a look at what's worked in the domestic market, so in the UK so far, and adapt the relevant content for the German markets with product localization. So this is how we ensure that not only the linguistic side of things is transferred accurately, but in a way that makes sense and feels authentic and natural to Germans. And that the cultural references are also conveyed accordingly. This doesn't mean necessarily that all campaigns that have ever been done in the UK can be transferred. Maybe some of them make more sense than others. And in most cases, most likely, we would also create completely new ones just for the German market here. Once we're done with all of that, we would repeat and refine all of these processes until Gary and his team are happy with the impact that this campaign has in the German market. And let me know if you're interested in a cultural audit, if that would make sense for your brand. You can have a look at my service, and don't forget to download your Cultural Insights Guide, where I talk more about this and give you some more tips on expanding to Germany. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.